Played internationally more than any other sport, soccer is hailed as the most popular sport in the world. And time again, we have seen how it can change the course of history. For me, I know it has changed my life. My name is Santiago Holti and I'm 29 years old. So I grew up in Buenos Aires in Argentina. I started playing soccer when I was about 4 years old. It's just a way that I spent the most time with my friends. And we would be playing soccer with whatever we had. It was a can of soda, a juice container, a tennis ball, a racquetball, anything we had, we would just kick it. I moved to California in 2002 because I wanted to do my college education here. It was definitely very difficult to move to this country.
Santiago was a little boy. He really liked freedom. He has dreams and he really needed to do something and got the difference.
At that time I was living in my van because I didn't have a whole lot of money, and it was a very lonely period in my life actually. And then little by little I met people that were playing soccer, and I started building my community here, and playing soccer with them on Sundays was like my therapy. It was my way to really not think about anything, not think about the fact that I was here by myself, not think about the fact that the future was still pretty uncertain, but just focus on playing the game and connecting with people.
A contractor making clothes for sportswear giant has been caught using forced labour in Malaysia.
I first found out about fair trade when I was in college.
It's no great secret that designer sportswear is made in remote factories by poorly paid workers.
Here I am getting all these benefits from soccer, right? And then the thought that the soccer ball was not being done in a fair way, it just really upset me. And I read a lot about issues with factories where the balls were being made, reports about child labor, people not making enough, people working in very poor conditions. And I saw a big contradiction, because here we have a sport that gives us so much, that brings people together, that helps you deal with all your hardships, that help you make friends no matter where you are in the world. And then you have a product that's not being done in good working conditions, and I thought that's not right.
Now it's about to get a little easier to be more socially conscious when playing the game.
We saw the power of soccer to bring people together.
Santiago Holti is the founder and CEO of Senda, a Berkeley company that makes fair trade soccer gear.
Named his company Senda, which means path in Spanish.
Senda is a new type of soccer company. We're making fair trade soccer balls that take care of the people who make it and basically ensure no child labor, good working conditions, and fair wages for the people who make our soccer ball. We see soccer, football, if you may, as a tool to change people's lives and as a path for people to follow. We hope to have a big impact through fair trade by making a great product that allows people to make an ethical decision and setting up an example that hopefully others will follow. What we're doing with fair trade is really a dialogue. It's a dialogue about how we can make the factory the best place for people to work. How can we make it safe? And how can you make it healthy for people to work there? Senda's fair trade soccer balls are made in Pakistan, in a town called Sialkot, which is in the south, very close to the Indian border. Sialkot has been making some of the best soccer balls in the world for the last 90 years. So when I read about the Pakistani fires in textile factories in September of 2012, it was very sad. Having been there a few months before, I felt very close to what happened and the people affected, and it made the work that we're doing with Senda even more relevant, and it made me realize that we still have a long way to go, but we're on the right track. Here we are.
Here we are.
My initial thoughts going into the factory to see how the balls are made were, wow, look at all the people behind the product. There's a lot of work that goes into every single ball. There's a lot of craftsmanship, and also there's a lot of pride. And it was great to put a face to the people behind our soccer balls.
Can you teach me?
So learning how to stitch a ball was a lot of fun, and it was a very humbling event.
Oh, okay. You see, I wasn't crossing it before. It's a little more difficult now.
Yeah, of course, it is getting difficult. You need to align this. I think that's enough.
I spent about 45 minutes today learning, and the first one, to be honest, was not very good. It took me a while to get the speed and get the right way of just pulling and the right knot. Every time you finish a panel, you have to do a knot. The second one was a lot better. I think the second one it was good.
So one of the teachers who taught me how to make a ball was a teacher named Tahir Abbas. So Tahir is a disabled teacher. He has polio, and he was always smiling and positive. And I asked him, Tahir, what's your dream in life?
He dreams to get married.
Your dream is to get married.
Yeah, and he dreams to have more earning, so that he is strong and stable, and nobody sees about his disability, and some good girl is ready to marry him.
So it's a day off for everyone, and we're gonna go play pickup soccer with a few people that work at the Fair Trade Soccer Factory.
People are people everywhere, and I think everybody wants similar things. They want to make a good living, they want to improve their lives for themselves and their families, and they want to be able to be proud of what they do. Over there I was able to experience several times how soccer was helping people over there. So coming back in the US, it just made me want to do even more. I hope that you're very proud of the work that you're doing, because you're bringing happiness to a lot of people. It's just really great to be able to have an impact, make the life of people in Pakistan better, but I also want to make sure that we're doing a lot here in the US.
Power soccer is soccer for people with physical disabilities who use power wheelchairs. I first met Santi when he came to the gym here to check out one of our power soccer practices. And he came in and he's this young, happy-go-lucky guy. Looked like he was almost skipping into the gym, and I was like, I gotta meet this guy. He came in and we talked, and I found out he's making these fair trade soccer balls. I was like, wow, that's a great idea. We need a fair trade power soccer ball. And the relationship was born. To have a company like Senda who knows what soccer is all about, what soccer does for people, to come in and to say to Borp, we want to be a part of your power soccer nonprofit organization is just awesome.
Senda works in different ways with 4 nonprofits that we have. So one of them is Soccer Without Borders, and they're based in Oakland, and they work with refugees and immigrants to allow them to play soccer in a safe environment. And what we do is we provide equipment for them to train on an ongoing basis.
Because I think coaching is also another form of teaching. I guess the idea was that soccer is probably the most effective way to bring people together, and then using that space to then also introduce like an element of education.
The other nonprofit that we work with is Street Soccer USA in San Francisco in the Bay Area. They work with homeless people that are trying to get off the street, and they use soccer as a way for them to set up goals, to build community and a team.
Senda is able to fulfill this vision to change lives through soccer, thanks to the support of soccer lovers who choose to make a difference. We have found incredible players, coaches, and parents who choose Senda when they need quality soccer equipment, who volunteer with us, share ideas, and who promote fair trade in their communities. But this is just the beginning. We hope that everyone who loves soccer knows that they have the power to make a difference, and that together we can use the game to change the world, one goal at a time.